Um. No.
Meet Diego.
Actually live? Are we live? Oh. Drone Killer, top 50 ladder. It is live. Alrighty. Okay, let's just get my screen sorted out and then we can get into some games. Oh. F from above, Minecraft. Is it going, my friend? Ah. Let's kill some drones. Oh, playing your little defense, are you? Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, we could do Scorch Assault here. The only problem with that is if it hits this for 2, we're a bit screwed. Yeah, if it hits that for 2, we are a bit screwed. Oh no, it's disconnected me. Oh. Do we do the safe option? Not sure about that. Maybe the gamble was worth it. Sniper drone. Okay, so we'll take this out with this, and then we're going to sniper drone. My guy. It is. This time we could actually boss knob. Drones are here. Indeed. So I can put us onto down to 2. Get to the other. Oh, he took a long strike as well. What a nice stream name. Yeah, highly appropriate as well. First game we get our Mesos. Okay. Should be able to get a mucking about here, right? Oh god, I forgot this still had long range on. I totally forgot about that. He did use a K on tactics, didn't he? You don't have to hide that badly, you know. Don't have to hide that badly. Oh, what do we do here? Yeah. Oh, I remember when this had 4 melee attack. How we wish that was still the case. 3, 5. I don't know that he used the pretty sure he used a carry-on tactics. He'll be a bit unlucky if he's got the combo here. Oh, but he has got that. Okay. Ah, thanks, Stops. Yeah, it's I've met the criteria. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to just wait basically for an email from them. I think that's the idea anyway. Oh, the pyromaniacs here. Three, 7. That wrong, didn't we? So that actually had, that would have been 4. I messed that up. I could have actually killed an extra 1. Yeah, I got that wrong. Yo, Frank Knight, how's it going, buddy? Congratulations. I see you're doing pretty well on ladder. By the way, does anyone use VPN? Because I've just purchased a VPN and I've had to disconnect it at the minute because I can't seem to play this game if I have it on, or connect to Discord or anything. Yo, Dunbar, how you doing? Just smashing some drones. With a drone killer. It's the Zagstruck himself. Oh, he didn't just do that, did he? Just do. We do the 50-50. Oh, it's not 50-50, is it? That looks pretty. Where the hell am I Will of Gorks, by the way? 12 cards left after this. No, Ecclesiarch's got stuck. Now that Gazgul got nerfed. Not sure what to run. Where the hell is my Will of Gork? Seriously. Oh god. I'm just gonna do this, you know. I think I'm just gonna do this. I've got to play for Crump or Will. Yep, Chaos Reinforcement coming. I shall have a video for you all Monday. Wait, why did he kill his Cold Star? Seemed interesting. Come on, Will of God, for Christ's sake. Let's get rid of the long range off that, I think. Yeah, seems alright. I'm not sure that was perfect. Him in the nick of time, Orkz vs Tau already a classic. Yeah, I think Chaos Reinforcement's going to be a good one. Although I have to say, like, I kind of wish it would be Necron's Ultramarines, just because I feel like those factions, like Chaos are playable at the minute, but those factions really need help. Right, he's got 7 cars left. I think we're gonna just typical like fatigue him here. So he's got 6 cars left. Look at this, boys. 6 cars left. He's got shielded drones. We're at full health almost. We still haven't. There's 7 cards in this deck, by the way. We still haven't drawn a Will of Go. Got 10 left. Oh, there it is. Question is whether we want it now, I suppose. Wait, is that just lethal then, yeah? Brutal. Brutal. Yeah, it beats Amasis up pretty nastily. It's a little bit different against Onvar because Onvar only needs like one or two turns where you don't have an answer to the board. And obviously he's got Storm of Fire on those wide boards. But but then again, Onvar also finds it probably a tiny bit harder to go as wide. Got then face with Killa. Yeah, we got there in the end, Google. Got there in the end. Yeah. I guess we hide Makari for now. Bit nasty, but it is the digestion pool, I guess. Zagstruck getting his time in the sun. I mean, I think Zagstruck was good last season. I released a control deck last season, which I think was good. But I think now that Ghazghkull's been nerfed, I think Ghazghkull losing the range attack is really big, especially against Tau. I think now that Ghazghkull's lost the ability to buff range attack, that Zagstruck truly is like the anti-range or like anti-flyer Orc War boss. Also, if you've not watched the Zag control video that I made a really, I think I made a pretty solid like case for why you'd pick Zagstruck over the others in this particular like brawl fatigue build. Like the armor every time really helps. Now, one of my favorite things to do, for example, is armor up when I know Unstable's going to go off. Terror of Ardagast, yeah. But Terror's not got, you know, it hasn't got the Orc. Hardpool or the synergy, quite frankly. Terror can win games, but it's just really lacking in like the card synergy pool. That's the problem with Terror. Oh dear. Reckon we get a concede here? Maybe he's already conceded. Oh no, 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 no. I'd disagree, Google. Or in YouTube. I had disagree with that. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't be too against like mucking about going to 5. Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's okay. Although no, mucking about has got worse with Tau. You know, like the more go wide synergies strategies that. No, mucking about's been slightly inflated because the game's been very much like a you play a unit, I remove, I play a unit, you remove. It's the game's been very tit for tat like that, but now that the game's becoming more go wide strategies coming, that's when you start to see the downside of no mucking about being random. So Tau have made that card weaker, but yeah, I wouldn't be that against it going up to 5. But I don't want them to. I don't want to see the armor removed because the armor has opened up like. Unless what we're saying is we just want all the factions to be the same. Like the biggest problem with the game at the minute is that there's too much similarity between the way that the factions play. Like even Tau, I mean, I'm disappointed in that. Great as the Tau cards are, what it seems to be boiling down to is that none of the Tau mechanics, none of the Tau synergies outweigh the style of play, which is basically just produce the best tempo that you can. So in other words, Warpforge is still in this trap of like who can out tempo who. That's kind of how the game works. The one exception to that, there might be more than one. I'm being a little bit binary here, but there's very few exceptions to that. And the main exception to that is Orkz. And that's why Orkz are my favourite faction, because Orkz allow you to actually play the game differently. You know, the armor card allows you to play almost like a true control archetype. And without that, we just basically, if they get rid of that, we just go back to like, I mean, you'll see even more Tau. If Orkz didn't exist right now, I mean, it would just, the whole top 50 would be Tau. It would be terrible, so be careful what we wish for. It's like, I don't want the game, like a CCG, like one of the exciting things about it should be that not only the different factions have their own like unique mechanics and unique, but actually there are different archetypes. Like there are aggro decks, there are mid-range decks, there are combo decks, there are control decks, and I'd say that's one of the biggest weaknesses of Warpforge. There's a lot of good things about Warpforge, but I'd say that's a weakness at the minute. And for that reason, I don't want to, cards like the armor card, they need to get it right. I think that it needs tweaking for sure, but I definitely wouldn't want to see it gotten rid of, because before that, go back and look at my Orc control decks. You know, like we played like Grut control, but the reality is even that wasn't really a control deck. The way Grut control worked, it was actually like a mid-range deck in other things, because all it was a deck where you still had to play as much as tempo-y as you could, but you just had these hard removals in Will of Gork mucking about. It wasn't until I think the Gordrang expansion came out that we got a true control Orc deck. That'd be my thoughts. Yeah, Necrons were perhaps the only other one. The Imatech, again, they got nerfed into the ground. And look at that. Look what's happened there. Like, you can't play that deck anymore. Like, Necrons are pretty much unplayable. Everyone's going down the Scarab route. And I would nerf Tau and Orkz, and the other 5 factions can play the game again. No, I mean, I'm 100% with you that the game should not boil down to 2 factions only. But I don't think that the answer to that So we agree on the problem. So then it's like, so what's the solution? I guess what I'm saying is I just don't think the solution is to get rid of one of the very few exceptions to the way the game can be played. Like, I would rather, for example, see them buff cards that aren't being used in other factions. There's an idea, right? So there's lots of ways we could essentially get around this problem where only 2 factions are viable. Yeah, but why do we want to you don't need the armor card. The Orc strategy is still the same. You can replace the armor card. Yeah, I just completely disagree. You show me a faction where you could play, where it'd be viable for you to play a non-tempo play on turn 5 and turn 6. I'm saying that's what it used to be. Obviously, that's because you had Will of Gork on 7. It would have to now be, I guess, turn 6, turn 7. Point is that we don't want to play tempo. Like that's kind of the point I'm making. Yeah, of course you could play a tempo card on 5, but why do we want another tempo deck? The game's full of tempo decks. It's full of them. You know, we've already had the metas where it's like, you know, when in November Ultramarines were like 29 of the top 30 players were Ultramarine players. Why? Because they had the best tempo deck. Yeah, the couple of exceptions that were in there were like Galen, because Galen was the second best tempo deck. You know, then we had it the other month where we had Uriel and Galen again, tempo decks. I don't want just a game full of tempo decks. I want to have like a round robin kind of a thing where, you know, aggro decks get countered by mid-range decks, and mid-range decks get countered by control decks, and control decks get countered by combo decks. What's going on here? Can't get a game. It's the same devs from HHL. Shouldn't they get it right at this point? Well, I mean, I haven't played HHL really. I've dived in and done some of the beginner stuff, but I totally take your point. Also think like things like armor, for example. You could have things that target armor or things that target stealth. I think that's another kind of like way to address it. Have specific units that target certain mechanics. That'd be fun. Yeah, Eldar have got a few extra tools becoming strong. I mean, the way I think about in Eldar, a good example of this. Like I think about at the minute, who do you have a good team and do you have a good squad? It's like a football analogy, right? Like the the Eldar have a good team but not a good squad, as the Tau have the best squad. So yeah, the best 30 cards that you can put together from Eldar is strong for sure. But yeah, there's got a lot of useless units, and lots of unplayed. I mean, the thing is, EG are going to have loads of data on which cards are used and played and which ones aren't and stuff. It's the key, really. Should increase the cost of Orc armor to 6 and looking about to 5. Yeah, maybe. I think one thing they could do on the armor card is get rid of the heal, because like I know the armor's the problem, not the heal, but it stops the armor from having an exponential effect. Like you could have a strategy to try and beat down the Warlord before they put the armor on, for example. So, a little bit unfortunate because I feel like we have to kill this first. Wait, what happened? Did I miss? Oh, he played. Oh, he has Storm of Fire. Okay. Oh, wasn't thinking about that. Well played. That's my first loss with Zagstrom. Yeah, first loss. Thinking that it might actually be right to just keep Will of Gork in that matchup. Right from the start. Also, let's look for... Yeah, I'd get rid of heal, increase cost to 6, and I'd be fine with the card. Immotech. No, we didn't have Gork in that match. Fair. And one thing that we haven't got, because we've been a bit greedy, is we don't have profit. Might need profit. Might need profit. So, oh, Ecclesiarch's on. Ecclesiarch's on Immotech. Interesting. He always tells me that Immotech is the favourite in the Orc control match. Probably got this pretty well figured out. I'm hoping that Ecclesiarch's going to release a video on Immotech because... Ah, interesting. This looks like a 30-minute game. Yeah, it could be. I might try and play quick. That would go down to 4, right? Is that right? Night attack now. Get -1 range until its next turn. Get your popcorn, boys. Yeah, I think he's dropped Gaz. He dropped Gaz. I think he really wasn't liking the nerf to the range attack. Oh, interesting that he's picked the night attack. Frank Knight, what happened to the matching series between you two? Yeah, you're talking about Forge Clash. Honestly, like one of the things about Forge Clash is that not many people watched it, which it's like genuinely surprises me because you know, we don't have much. I don't know whether it's actually because we don't really have tournaments in this game. Most of the CCGs have, you know, a real tournament scene, and I figured that Forge Clash would be quite a popular thing that people would really want to see, like seeing meta matchups like really deeply analysed and played. And But they never were that popular, is the honest answer. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I can do this. You can fly, can't you? I was just thinking, oh, it's good that I only have to go into the 4 armor. And I was like, 4 attack. And I was like, oh, if I armor up, that's only 3 attack. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I can fly, right? So it's actually just 1. On Monday you're gonna get it's similar to the Tau, that there'll be different creators, you know, talking about 4 cards, something along those lines. But obviously there'll be fewer creators doing that because, well, because it's a reinforcement drop. So. Hmm. Do I risk this? I don't love this, right? Because obviously he's just gonna resurrect this now. No, I'm not using proper Killa. I think he believes Necron's. Yeah, I think Ecclesiarch early on in the season thinks that Imhotep can do well into Tau and Orkz. Hmm. Good. Just remember to armor up anyway because we need armor. We need the damage. 90% of ranked matches are against Tau, and I really miss the other races. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Oh, come on, Ecclesiarch. Come on. Okay. Okay, so I drew cards, didn't I? So I'm on 14, he's on 16. Probably something he's thinking about. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Did he play that as a genuine card, or did he get that out of... I can't remember whether he played the thingy stratagem or not. Did he play the stratagem? Wait, I can't think whether he did or not. Just use one Sky of Assault. He's probably watching you right now. You know what? This is clever though, because he's got the double AOE, hasn't he, from the guys in the Tomb World? Yeah, that's very nice. It's a really good setup by him. He will have genuinely been playing for that quite a bit. And the killer now would be if he's got the Res Orb as well. Second. See, obviously Will of Gork, right? But my concern is that he's got Res Orb. Oh boy. He's got a second methodical. Now, pairing these up nicely. He's got the heal to finish us off, hasn't he? Yeah, it's a very interesting match. We can't win it. Can't win it. He got us. He's got a second. He runs the double conquering tyrant as well. Good game though. Imitech control now, Swarmlord. Where's the Tau? Where's this meta gone? My god, this deck is super giga heavy. Yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match. See, that's the kind of game that I don't know, like as a spectator, whether it's just boring to watch. I mean, for me personally, that's the kind of game I want to go back and watch it. Like that's how I feel about those types of games. I'm like, there were 2 or 3 misplays, and it's like, where were they? Also, I probably overly attacked. I love the Tau since 2012, but I feel bad when I play it because people like just one AOP. Yeah, it does. I mean, for sure, it does take. Hold up. Actually vulnerable anyway, right? So we don't even need that. It does take away from playing when that's the case. Like, it's the new faction, so you want to play it, but if it's that dominant that all you're doing is playing mirror matches, it then does kind of like dampen your mood to play it. But also maybe that's because the game is still so young. Like when we've got as many cards and factions as what's it called, HHL, and you know, maybe Maybe things change at that point. Sorry, literally 15 cards above 6 sauce. Exactly, and how rare is that in a game of Warpforge? I mean, look at all the, even all the Tau decks, and I've seen people calling doing Tau decks and calling them control decks. And you're like, you literally haven't got a card above 6 cost, well, other than Long Strike. Not a single Gaz felt bad for months though, so I don't feel bad playing Tau. You know, like, I don't feel bad playing Tau, I just don't enjoy it as much when everyone else is playing Tau. Saying that, I mean, look at what we're playing right now, it's very interesting. Actually do 5 damage. GG Ecclesia. Experimenting with Implacable plus Monolith. Interesting. So what does that make the Monolith on 9? No, it's not 9, is it? Is it -2 Implacable? I can't remember. -2, so 8. Interesting, man. Yeah, let me know how it goes. Yeah, it was a good game. I kind of want to go back and watch. I probably will go back and watch that game, actually. Could kill that with Pyro. 3, 6. Oh, if we had one more energy, I think we could kill that. No, 3, 6. Yeah. We'd need one more energy to kill that, wouldn't we? Oh, divination into divination of men here into backable. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Guess we're getting comboed here, right? Got me on the invulnerable. Fuck. Oh dear. Put profit in Pyro. Hey BJ, how are games going? We started off very well. Just lost a couple. Narrowly. 1-2 Ecclesiarch running Monolith. And then we lost a narrow game to Swarmlord, although we did put vulnerable. Kind of backfired on us. I think I'll stop attacking him. That'll be a thing. Yeah, it can give you a clutch a lot of things, definitely. The thing is, the profit tends to be... Oh boy, being aggroed down. Profit tends to be the thing that you sacrifice. Okay. I was going to make a video about this deck, but I decided to just stream with it instead, because honestly it's like, I feel like I'm just repeating stuff we've... It's like stuff we've done this deck before, right? Like, go and watch my Zag controls. So, yeah, he's put a lot of damage on us here. He's put a lot of damage on us, so... Got a bit of heal here, though. Let's see. This next turn might be Orc Knob and no power. Might not be. I should just... Let me go back there. In this match. Well, it's not you, but it has got its uses late game. Right. Night attack is also decent. Oh yeah, you did choose night attack, didn't you? Decent against Orcs. It's Necrons. Safe. I made a Necron deck Killa the other day, and I actually decided not to. Which guy? And I kind of felt crazy for it, but a few people playing this. It's actually pretty good at the minute. Pretty good against the powers. Oh, the damage. Yeah, John, that's quite a good idea. Yeah, I think Imitek's the play at the minute. It's in the Tau meta, you just need, I really think Zone Throw, Venom Throw must be decent. I've not really tried it yet. I know Cube played like he's top 30 with it. Okay. Brian is going for maximum damage here. So 2 out of 5. Let's say we do another 2, which is 3. Surely got it, mate. Okay, well, we took a lot of damage there earlier, but should have made a grot with a grot. GG Major. Yeah, so I'll show you actually. Please, yeah. So this is a deck. This is the deck I was trying to build. It's like a tempo Imitek, and so I actually dropped the Lich Guard because not just trying to survive, and actually they lose out on tempo. It's got 0 range attack. Yeah, it played a lot of like. Originally, I actually had the 2 drops in the Tesla. I thought, oh, 3 health and a 2 blast. Maybe they're correct. Ended up dropping them just because Imitek's so good. But yeah, the Gauss Immortals are very good against Tau. And also, believe it or not, I actually found the Death Marks to be really good because even like if Tau want to trade, kill the Death Marks first, they're trading into 5. Back with the Remnant, obviously back. Sniper's amazing if you get it off. They're pretty good. You have the Triax, quite a low curve. Things like the Reanimator and the Ghost Art both giving cheap 1-drop reanimator. Yeah, 100% it would be good with Nemesis. But again, like we've said, it's a Tau meta. Nemesis is not able to keep up. Imitek can at least have a chance. And also, if you're racing tempo match like the 40 health helps heal and everything. So I'll probably just. The biggest problem I found with this deck was that there was just no closing out, right? No, like obviously if you get the Stalker onto something, that's one, but there's very little kind of reach. Deck. You sort of have to do it by slow taking the board. So often I'd be like doing really well ahead on a race, get them down to sort of 7-8 health, they get me down to 10 health, and then they'd have the. I haven't given up on this though. I don't know what it needs. Something. Yeah, if you've not seen Ecclesiarch's video that he released today, memeing all the streamers, you've got to go watch it. It's hilarious. Put a link if you want Ecclesiarch in the chat. Necrons have the worst units in the game. I think Scarab's the only one. To be honest, John, I think probably right. Like, probably very fringe ways to play them. Still can work, but consistently, in terms of working consistently, yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so Grok. Oh, it's not Grok. Yeah, I think you're right, John. And it's sad. The other weird thing is that like Imatech Scarabs at the minute. That's actually probably, honestly, if I had to say, like, what is the best Necron deck right now to play in the meta, I'd probably say Imatech Scarabs. As crazy as that sounds, I really do. I think the combination of Scarabs and Imatech's ability is probably what meta calls for at the minute. As sad as that sounds. Yeah, I didn't know this about you, Ecclesia. I didn't know you were known as the meme master. Yeah, I was out and about in town with my daughter and I saw everyone was up about your video. I went and checked it out. It proper made me chuckle. I went through all the oh, this is interesting. I went through all the factions, and stats-wise, they have the worst units from 2 to 7. John, can you expand on that and tell us what? So, what else did you discover then by going through all the factions? Like, you tell us the rest of the order. Necron's been bottom. Ecclesiac says, "I want to disagree, but I can't. Revert the Lich Guard. They'll be good again." Oh yeah, disagree with the no. Sad, sad, sad. I think they need more than that, to be honest, Ecclesia. I think cards one thing, but the Tau were the best, then Orkz. Chaos have the best stats on cards. Mana. And more value. Yeah, I would have thought it was Chaos actually. This is cool, isn't it? Trading into this, we only take 2 damage. It's fair in a way, since mostly they're artifacts to rely on. Oh, Calgar. I really want to go and play some Calgar. Good way of doing it. Scarab nerf though. Yeah. I didn't like the Hexmark nerf. I think Hexmark was fine. Like, we're gonna have. Obviously, Hexmark could be seriously powerful, but if we're gonna have board-wide clears, it should be late game, and that's what that was. Happy with that, to be. Oh. Necron Warrior H. The reinforcements. Oh. Poor Necrons, man. They are just. It's a lot. It's a lot for sure. Okay, so we do. Hexmark is bugged now. Sometimes doesn't shoot 4 rays, but on 3 it lost me a game state because. Oh. Yeah, Ecclesiarch's happy. Chaos will come in. Yeah. Yeah, we got some nice Chaos cards coming next week. That's for sure. Orc knob down to 1 health and back up to. Reference, I'm legend rank in round 7. The results followed Tau and Orkz. Is that just raw stats, John? Reference, I'm legend rank. Win a game, get back in the. Abado. think even Ecclesiarch would have liked Necrons to be there. Now, if you'd said Ecclesiarch, we're not going to give Chaos the next expansion. We're going to move the point of armor from Venom Crawler, and I know for a fact he would have bitten your hand off. All fire pits. Oh, really? No, that's actually a good card against Tau, though. Clear. Alright, so we can drop this and watch it get executed. Kind of interested, Johnny, what experiment was there. Raiding with a Hell Brute and still ending up with 6 health. I could try here, which is dropping Orc Knob, attacking to give him health, then Stormboy striking next turn. I mean, obviously things like Possessed gets rid of it. We've already seen one of the flankers. Let's do him. Fine. I don't know why we did at the time. Problem is, it's just not really quite a lot, is it? That could kill it, right? But they could also not. God, that is so risky. Just don't really use this. Punished. It's worth going for though. Plus we had the health on Zagstruck. Now obviously we got the wall back still to finish anyways. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Please tell me you're not giving everything. Oh. He got him. Okay, back in. Oh. Barracks lost number 1. Yes, that's this guy. He's played a lot of games this season. I've beaten this. I think I've beaten MKSS in every game I've played this season. He plays a lot of games. Always on one. He's catching him as well. Rank Knight on the way up. Rank, if you're still here, are you still using the battle suits? I wonder what X-Limbo's using now, because he was using Tervigon. But that can't possibly be happening. He's fallen down a bit. Barely eked out a win. Well, barely's good enough. Yeah, I don't know what the deck was, Frank. Are you on Discord? Message me on Discord with the deck, because I wouldn't mind playing some more battle suits. I might need to make my deck spin a little. What's some of the lessons that you're learning then, Frank? Some of the things that maybe perhaps me or others talk about kind of key to your success. That takes months to hear your thoughts. Okay, so Daytime's back. I mean, obviously we can deny start. But this match still. I think in this match, play it, if I remember, is that I've really got to let him have the start. I ask in good faith. It's BJ the initial of him. I very diplomatically put, sir. Yes, it is. So it stands for Benjamin. Against Eldar, we kind of want to careful with our health a bit. Just got to be mindful of when we fly, alright? You want to fly like after the fact. After the air flyer down. Okay. Alright. Stunned again. Huh. Okay. I mean, maybe we should have just gone Vet Stormboy there. Then Hemlock. A Fire and Fade. Okay. Although we know he's got one answer to this because he just faded it back. I actually think that Fire and Fade should reduce the cost of the card it puts back in hand by 1. That would make that card perfect. Just use Eldritch Storm. Boy. Regret that, my friend. Nothing there that needs. Take 1 damage, do 3 basically. The hell? I think Mr. Daytime used to play quite a lot of Hollow back in the early days. And I don't know where he's been. He used to make a bit of content as well. He's only just, maybe he's just stepping back in. Yeah, probably. Ooh, ball 5, upgrade 58 Leviathan cap. Sure, we need heroes respite in here. Honestly, BJ, success is mostly tower at a very high power level and playing a lot of it. Yeah, they are. Things have moved very favourably in Tau's direction, I think. Like the Ghazghkull was keeping him in check, but the nerf to Ghazghkull's ranged attack is... I mean, I don't know whether it makes Tau favourite against Ghazghkull now. It certainly makes it very much closer, and it does probably mean the Ghazghkull has to rejig the deck a bit. Like, they can't just play the squigs, sorry, on their own and just come on and attack, because what they used to do is Ghazghkull would often buff squigs so that it'd have ranged attack, so that it could trade with a Tau unit and die, because the Tau's ranged attack is high enough to kill it, and then the explosion will go off, and even things like that, it's a struggle now. Yeah, yes, Tempo Tau is where it's at, and it's just sad that just the most efficient tempo deck, like something like this, for example. Right, this is like basically Barrick's deck, and it's like basically what this is just like, it's not a drone synergy. It's not a, I mean, it has got drone synergy in there, but it's not like a pure drone deck. It's not a pure suit deck. It's kind of like a, how do I make the best use of tempo across all of it? And I just... This is a deck I want to try. This deck actually plays a little bit less in the lower curve, and obviously you've got a Mesos, his ability, so that you can actually then play cards like Version in Empire, for example. Gold Star. So that's one I want to test more. I want to try this Calgar deck as well, but I do love this card. I think it's a little bit underplayed. So Kronos, double Executioner. Yeah. Just missing a little bit of power though. That's the issue with. Is an issue with Calgar. Right, I think, boys and girls, I'm going to leave it there. I'm getting a bit tired. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. A little bit of Zagstruck. Zagstruck, I definitely recommend Zagstruck if you wanna go and take on the Tau and the ladder. I think this deck can do a pretty good job. And also does well against everything else pretty much. So yeah, I think this deck's pretty well positioned, to be honest. Probably like a nice sort of tier 2 kind of prey deck. Might even be a couple of things you want to change as well. I don't know if it's completely optimized. Make Calgar great again. Yeah, I wish, man. I wish. I think, man, I think Ultramarines are one of my favorite design factions. It's been hurt so much. Just a little bit behind the power curve at the minute. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next reinforcement, but also just kind of like to see some buffs just in a standard balance update. Just some buffs would be good. I think Ultramarines, Eldar, Necrons could all benefit from a bit of that. So we'll see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Go tinker, go play. See what you think. Give this one a shot. I think, like I said, I think it's pretty good right now. Because it's Zagstruck, unlike Gazgul, you can switch gears a little bit. Like if you need to sort of start hitting face, and with Makari and the boss ability and proper Killa in there, you can actually turn it around and go and what about, you know, play a bit more beat down, whereas Gazgul couldn't really do that. But remember, it is a control deck, so ultimately, if it makes sense to do so, you can also just not attack and just drag the game into the deep waters where you'll generally win. And you know, in those deep water games, like Will of Gork being 8 instead of 7 just doesn't matter. Just doesn't make any difference. When it's like, you know, turn 14, you're like 15 energy. I mean, at that point, it just doesn't matter. It's much more about when you play Will of Gork rather than its cost. So yeah, I think this deck's pretty good. Alright guys, go check out the channel. If you've not subscribed yet, then go subscribe to the channel. We're pushing very close now to 1,000. That's definitely the goal. Set up the guild warden stuff in advance. The guild's coming out, and some people were asking me about how they can support things like that. So if you can and you want to, that's there too. But you know, there's no pressure. I am trying to get the Twitch affiliate thing. I should have that. Just literally waiting for an email. But yeah, I hope it's been quite smooth today, by the way. New graphics cards in. So we're playing this on Ultra, which is cool, on the graphics. So no problems. Everything's been pretty smooth. So yeah, we should be good to go for some more content very soon. Alright guys, take it easy. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you.